is this team really for real, Mark? Is this fool's gold, or are we seeing something that is sustainable in Indiana? Now, I'm not talking about them being in first place every season halfway through the year and competing for Big Ten championships every year, but is there a culture what's going on in Indiana that's making this possible?
We moved on from the Muschamp conversation and his replacement in South Carolina, and Tom Allen's name popped into my head from Indiana. This guy's crazy in a good way. Like, I don't know that a lot of people out there have watched Indiana football, but I do, because I'm a nerd and I watch Indiana play, Illinois. But Tom Allen, this guy, like they were showing him during the game against Michigan State on Saturday, like this guy he's knocked out his front teeth. He had a bloody scrape on his face during this game just last weekend. He's done all sorts of things because, they showed after a big play a couple weeks ago, like he ran down his wide receiver and like tackled him. Like, he's just a nut. He just goes crazy. I've seen him do laps inside the stadium and high five the fans and just, practically, give himself a concussion running up against the brick wall. He's just a madman. So the players love him, and he's starting to get players to come to Indiana that are not at the top level, not great, but better than they've had for years and years and years, on defense especially, because Kevin Wilson from Oklahoma came to Indiana, made them an offensive firepower, but they were bad on defense and couldn't win many games. And Tom Allen's done a great job there. We're going to get our question answered on Saturday against Ohio State. If they can compete against Ohio State, then I'm going to say, man, this team's a lot better than I thought they were. I don't think they're that good. How good do I think they are? I think they're top 25 good.
And this game's in Indiana, isn't it, this weekend?
I will have to double. I believe so.
I think it is. I'm not sure how much that hurts or helps. I still think there is a little bit of an advantage for the home team, just based on travel alone, but not the crowd.
Like, they went 8-4 last year. This didn't come out of complete nowhere, but now we're talking, going undefeated, being a Big Ten champion. Yeah, this would really raise the stakes. But, as a good team last year, a top 25-ish team, Ohio State beat them 51-10.
Yeah. And I'll be interested to see. I haven't looked at the betting lines. I'll be interested to see exactly how much Ohio State is favored in this game. I believe it's still going to be at least a couple of touchdowns, maybe.
Yeah, something in that range.
So that'll be interesting to see how for real Indiana is. And let's face it, there's been some criticism about Ohio State, not by any fault of their own, just the way that the cards fell, the way that the schedule fell. People are like, is this Ohio State team really as good as they look, or is it the bad competition they're playing against? So we'll get to see. I think we'll get that answer this week. Indiana is not, an Alabama. They're not a Clemson, but they're a really good team. So we might get a measuring stick on what Ohio State really is this weekend as well.
Unfortunately, Ohio State's missing all the good teams in the Big Ten West. They're not playing Wisconsin, Northwestern, Iowa.
Yeah. Do you think that was intentional? When the Big Ten was put, I'm being serious here. When the Big
Exactly. I said the same thing at the time. I before the Big Ten revised its schedule, I thought, how are they going to treat Ohio State? Because by far and away, just like Clemson in the ACC, that's their poster child. Are they going to protect them, or are they going to actually give them a tougher schedule because with limited number of games, they need to prove, well, if there was a conspiracy there, they definitely went the protective route.